This February is our Life Groups Emphasis Month. Now, we're encouraging every person in our church to join a life group, and that includes our kids and our teenagers as well. Years ago, we started calling our Sunday school classes life groups. Now, we did that because unchurched people who were new to our church were often intimidated by the word school. We'd have people say, well, I wasn't very good in school, Pastor. Well, we changed the name to emphasize one of our core values, community. We now call our groups life groups because we do life together. Our groups are more than a time for teaching. They really are community. Now, when we made that change, we didn't apply that change to our kids ministry, but we want to moving forward. Moving forward, we're going to be calling our kids' Sunday school classes life groups. Now, why would we do that? Well, because we want to emphasize the need of community relationships that kids also have. We want our kids to grow in the depth of relationships that they have with one another and also with their teachers. And we think moving to life groups terminology is going to symbolize our efforts. You know, occasionally our kids ministry has trouble finding teachers and other volunteers because people will say, well, the pastors always talk about the importance of being in a life group, and if we teach, we're not going to be able to be in a life group. And so we've ended up with people who volunteer once a month or twice a month so they can attend their adult life group the other weeks, and that's understandable. But our desire moving forward is for our kids to have teachers who are in their class every Sunday. People who know them and they know their name and they've built a relationship of love and support with them. That's what I had growing up, and it made a world of difference in my life. So we want to make community clear even with our terminology. If you teach a kid's class or you volunteer in a kid's class, you're in a life group. As pastors, we're happy with you. In fact, we're enthusiastic about you. You're using your time and your gifts in a kid's life group. Now, it's going to be important for you to have community with other adults in our church, and we have strategies to help facilitate that. But our kids need community as well. They need teachers and leaders who are there every week and who know their name and who they can ask about their prayer requests from the week before. We're trying to disciple the next generation of church members to be all in for Jesus. The next generation of pastors and missionaries that we're going to be sending out. It's really hard to disciple someone when you're not around them much. Now, for the time being, we need to keep our rotation of teachers until God calls and makes very clear to some of our members that one of the reasons they exist on the earth is to teach and volunteer in our kids' life groups on Sunday mornings. Those are the people we're in search for. That's the people that we need. Those are the people we believe God is going to call out of our church in order to make an even bigger impact on our kids' lives. Because our kids, while they need to learn the Word of God, we're going to teach them the Word of God. They also need other adults in their lives, besides their parents who they can look up to, who can provide for them an example. Our world is a messed up place, and we are raising our kids in a dark culture. Please prayerfully consider serving in a kid's life group.